Before we do that though, let's play the Ooze and let's destroy the Shadow Spear. And then we'll play a Boreal Grazer, do the Elder's second ability, getting us on land. And then we'll sack the Elder to go get Kogla to fight Rael. Has Ward 1. We don't care about that now. And that's going to be our really spicy turn. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Gnome here, and today we're checking out Vivien on the Hunt. Now this isn't a request or anything, but our good friend Ollie sent me a deck list with a Vivien that I've been wanting to do for a while actually. And I thought his list was pretty sweet, so decided to record with it and see how it goes. It's a toolbox commander where you just play Vivien and you do what you really need to. If you don't have a lot of cards in hand, you can +1 and you can get a bunch of creatures into your hand that way. If you need a creature on the field, you can -1 Vivien so she protects herself with that, or you can +2 and get what you need depending on what you have on the battlefield. And it works out really well because everything kind of just gels together. The only issue with the deck is that there's only one 6-drop, and that's Kogla. So if you do have a Kogla, you can't +2 your way into a 6-drop from your 5-drops, which is not really a bad thing. It doesn't happen that often, but just be aware of that. The good thing though is Kogla can be sacrificed to go get Thorn Mammoth, Titan of Industry, or Meteor Golem, and then those can be sacrificed to go get Bookworm or Craterhoof. Craterhoof is going to be the go-to most of the time, and Craterhoof just closes out games anyway, so it's just a good win con for the deck. With mono green, you kind of have to play Craterhoof, even though I know it's a cheesy win. But with all the other cheesy things that people do, Paradox Engine, countering everything with their control decks, I don't see Craterhoof as a cheesy win. I think it's a way that gets us out of a bad situation a lot of times, or it can just make us go for the win. Because the deck does kind of stall out if you're just drawing creatures and not doing anything with them, especially because some of these creatures don't have trample. But it's a pretty fun deck nonetheless, and this is basically what mono green wants to do. It wants to play creatures. We have 45 of them and 40 lands, so that's really all there is to it. The gameplay is really going to speak for itself, so be sure to stay to the end to check out my review whether I'm a crafter or not. There's a lot of rares in the deck, so just be aware of that. If you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share it with a friend, and if you want to support the channel, hit the TCG player affiliate link down below. It costs nothing, and when you guys check out, it just gives me a small kickback. And consider becoming a member. Without further ado, let's get right into it, and let's see how the deck does, shall we? Okay, we're up against Evelyn the Covetous. I'd like some ramp against a Grixis matchup. Not having ramp and having 2 7-drops in hand is just not going to cut it. In Search of Greatness, Elvish Rejuvenator, Rexage. Rexage could be good, depending on what they have. Yeah, let's keep this one. Knight of the Ebon Legion. Castle Garenbrig. So this is straight up Vampire Tribal. Evelyn is a really weird commander. She's really good. Let's play the Arcane Signet, then we'll play the In Search of Greatness next turn. Because we can play one of our things off of the In Search of Greatness the turn after that. If they don't blow it up, of course. So they're kind of going for the aggro here. Oh, I didn't draw a land. That's bad. You need to hit your land drops in this deck, that's for sure. We'll be able to throw out probably Topiary Stomper, but it can't block unless we have 7 or more lands, so maybe not. I might throw out the Rejuvenator or the Spring Bloom Druid. If we hit our land drops, like I hope we can, I think putting Provisioner might be at the best bet. But we just need a blocker at this point. So yeah, let's throw the Provisioner out. No land again. That's just not gonna cut it. Let's throw the Elvish Rejuvenator out. 4 lands together, just like that. It might be too late to kind of survive this, but we're gonna see. Falconwrath Noble, okay. I thought he was gonna swing. I was just about to ask, do we take the damage or do we block? Wow. I guess Arena really doesn't like us. It is not giving us land. Let's just Spring Bloom Druid. And just hope for the best. I wonder if I should get food tokens to actually have us gain life. But we need mana right now because we're getting so mana screwed. Topiary Stompy's not going to do anything. The Empath actually gives us a blocker. But Falconwrath Noble is bad news. We could try to set up ourselves. We can play the Craterhoof next turn. And maybe hope to win off that. Okay, yeah, let's try that. Let's pass a turn. Opponent is thinking, just like I was, debating whether he wants to play Evelyn or he wants to wipe the board. If he wipes the board, we might just be screwed. Okay, here we go. He's going for it. So when it attacks, each opponent loses 1 life. No, so we take 9 life. That leaves us with 3. Then what are we going to do next turn? Craterhoof might win us the game. 4, that's 7. So we might win with Craterhoof. I think we have to take it. I think we take it and we just kind of try to win with the Craterhoof here. And just all hands on deck at this point. Oh, we can play the Ooze with that treasure because we got that land. We can play the Ooze and play Craterhoof. So that gives us 5. That's going to give us 5 instead of 4. 1, 2. Yeah, so let's do that. We play the Craterhoof. Yeah. I don't know. We just kind of have to go for it. They have 4 points of damage they could block. Craterhoof and Spring Bloom Druid is 16. Rejuvenator's 22, and Visioner makes it 30, so we actually win. Wow. And they only have 2 creatures to block. We go down to... Oh no, that's just game because they don't get the trigger off of the Noble. That's right. GG's. We won that just by having Craterhoof in our hand. Okay, we're up against Madrotha the Gravetide. This seems like a pretty good hand. We got a bunch of ramp. We got Toski. We can get some card advantage early. Our opponent mulligans down to 5. That is something you don't see every day. Maybe he just had a really crappy hand the first 2 mulligans. Or 3, I should say. So let's throw out the Paradise Druid. And we'll just swing for dominance. Swing to assert dominance. It's a really good thing that we went first in this matchup. Let's play Arcane Signet, then we'll play Toski. I don't think he'll block with the Cobra, but knowing that we're going to draw cards next turn, he might. If I swing with a Paradise Druid, Harmonize, that refills his hand really well. Let's play the Defiler. Let's do that. Seems pretty cool with me. So we'll swing with those 2. Of course he'll block. I mean, I'll take that trade. We already have 5 mana here. And we have the Defiler, which gives us a Phyrexian symbol in our mana as well. So everything we can cast for 5 mana, that's 6 mana. Cogwheel is 6 mana, but we can cast it for 5 mana. And we can cast Vivien for 5 mana. Tasha. Now that's a card you don't see in a Madrotha deck every day. Very interesting. Let's play the Beast Caller. We'll cast it for 1 mana. That way we get a 1/1 counters on our things. And that allows us to swing at Tasha. Well, I was going to swing at Tasha anyway. But that allows us to get 2 cards from our 2 creatures here, and then swing at the Defiler Vigor without everything, without our Toski dying, I was going to say. Because we need that card advantage. There we go. Got a land, that's good. Probably going to have Binding of the Old Gods here, 4 mana. They seem to always have it. At 4 mana in a Majolta deck, you always just have to assume that they're going to remove something. I mean, there's so many things that can be removed with 4 mana. There's Binding, Ravenous Chupacabra. There's a ton of things. Vraska. Vraska's not the first one I would have thought of, but it will do for them, I guess. I guess they're getting mana screwed. Yeah. I don't know if they got mana screwed or what, but we went first. We had a really fast head start on them, which made us really get ahead. So, GG's. Okay, our opponent goes first. We're playing Sten. I haven't played a Sten deck before, but makes spells cheaper. And for 2 mana at that. So, I guess turn 2 he's coming out. I think this is a pretty good hand. Depending on what he's playing, we can always in-gear onto the Arboreal Grazer to destroy an enchantment or an artifact if he's playing those builds. But we can Spring Bloom Druid on turn 2, which is always a good thing. And we did draw our land, so that's good. Always nice to have the land drops. Move the lands over to the right. If you're right-handed, then you want to move your lands to the right so you can play your lands really precisely on your board. I don't know, I just thought, ooh. Yeah, let's play Tireless Provisioner, and then we'll play Spring Bloom Druid. That way we get 2 treasures with the Druid's activation. We get 3 actually next turn because we have our land drop as well. So that can bring out Gargaroth. Can bring out Vivien. So he's playing artifacts. I guess he's playing Urza as well. We might want to blow the Palladium Mirror up with the Engears. Just because that's going to give him a crap ton of mana. Let's do this. We get those 2 treasures. And then we're going to mutate. Let's mutate onto the Grazer. We're going to blow up the Palladium Mirror. We don't want to blow up the Wellspring because that's going to have them draw a card. And I would get cocky and swing with the Tireless Provisioner, but he actually might take that trade. Because Tireless Provisioner just gives so much value. He also just might wipe here. If he's playing artifacts, he has to have board wipes in his deck. I would. If I was running artifacts, I would always run the board wipes. Oh no, Displacer Kitten. That's bad. That is terrible. We could Vivien, and we could go get something to deal with this kitten, but I just don't know what we would get. Let's play the Gargaroth. Let's play the Gargaroth, and then we can play Vivien next turn if he doesn't hold up counter magic. And then we can sack the Gargaroth to go get Kogla, and we can fight the kitten. Only issue with that is if he has a way to flicker the kitten, because the kitten can flicker itself. Yeah, the kitten with the Wellspring is just really good. So we're going to play Vivien here. Let's see if he has any, if it sticks. Okay, it doesn't stick, so maybe he doesn't have a... Let's swing first. And let's make a... Let's draw a card. Oh, Return of Nature is good. Return of Nature, can't get rid of anything right now, but I don't want to blow up the Wellspring. I don't want to blow up... I can't blow up this Relics. Oh, I hope he doesn't return this to our hand. Double blocks? Well, that was unexpected. He definitely has a board wipe, right? I would think so. So what we're going to do is we're going to sack the Spring Bloom Druid and go get Toski. No! Oh my goodness, I pressed the wrong button. That was my mistake. Oh, I screwed that up so hard. I guess I'll get the Engears. Oh, I screwed that up so hard. You play digitally? That's going to happen. Oh! That's why I wanted Toski, man.
There are other paths to walk.
That's why I wanted Toski. Just for that reason. Because I knew he was going to wipe. That's why he double blocked. You misclicks, man. Misclicks. It doesn't happen in paper. You can't get it back in digital. Let's Quarian Beastcaller. And we're going to... I don't want to Mask Vandal yet. Because that can actually destroy an artifact that he plays. I'm going to keep this up as an instant. If we really need to exile something from the graveyard, Displacer Kitten and Non-Do Inversion is two that we would like to get rid of. Or if he has like an Emery and he tries to bring something back with the Emery, we can exile it with the Return to Nature. It's just a really versatile card that I kind of don't want to use right now. Still kind of early in the game. Tezzeret. And blue-white, you know, they can kind of have their way with us because we're green and they know that they can take their time and do what they need to do because, first of all, mono green doesn't have any board wipes. Second of all, mono green doesn't have counter spells. So they know that we rely on our board state, which would be our creatures. So do I want to destroy the Hedron Archive? I mean, he has so much mana now, it doesn't really matter to destroy the archive. I guess if he's going to really get close to activating this gateway, then I'll blow up the gateway. But the gateway really doesn't matter to me. Because I also have Anguirus, which he might be trying to bait us to play that. I really would have liked to draw land, but that's not happening, is it? So we can mass Vandal and play Anguirus here. I think that's what we're going to do. Let's blow up the archive. I should have played Anguirus first. If he has Paradox Engine, he might be able to go off next turn. I guess it doesn't matter though, does it? Oh yeah, we have Llanowar Elf magic. Not Llanowar Elf magic, we have Llanowar Elf mana. Let's mutate onto the Llanowar Elves. That way we have two big boys. Destroy the gateway. I think that was just a ploy to get us to destroy it. Because I think what he's going to do is play something crazy next turn. We could destroy the Tezzeret. Actually, let's do that because that's going to give him extra advantage. And he'd still be alive either way if we swung both at him. Both creatures. So you get Restoration, so he has 2 mana. Plus his land drop, so he has 3 mana. If he hits his land drop. That's going to be game. GG's. Okay, we're up against Rael. With no ramp, we do go first, so I guess I like to mulligan that. And I like this hand a lot. We can turn 2 Cultivate, which is so good. So good. Turn 2 Cultivate is like, it just feels good to do that for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's because, you know, you get a land drop and you get your extra land. Just feels good. Nabrolian. It's a funny name. So let's... Do we want to pay 4 for Ochre Jelly? Yeah, 4. We'll tap out. He counters it, it's whatever. Gives us a 4-drop on turn 3. You can't really complain about. Rael comes down. Let's play the Silverback Elder. And Silverback Elder is just going to be a menace out there. He has to either return it to our hand or just do a ton of damage to it, which I don't see happening. So he might have Wash Away here. What does this do? I don't even know what this does. Enters a battlefield. Each other giant or wizard you control and each giant or wizard card in your hand perpetually gain Ward 1. So what's bad about that is if we play Vivien here and sack the Elder to go get Kogla, we can't target the Rael to fight because it's just gonna fizzle out because of the ward. Well, let's just play Vivien and we'll kind of go from there.
I'm on the hunt.
We sack a creature. We can sack Ochre Jelly. We can sack Elvish Mystic. I don't know. I don't want to sack the Ochre Jelly, to be honest. Let's just make a green Rhino.
Stand in our way.
Let's just do that. Let's just make a big green Rhino. We're going to keep back our Silverback Elder to defend the Vivien. Hopefully we draw a land so we can play Titan of Industry. So discover the impossible. Shadow Spear. It's not looking good for our friend here. He might be trying to play into a River's Rebuke or burn down the house. We did not draw our land. That's unfortunate. Let's mill. Well, we could fight the Rael now. if we swing with the Silverback Elder and whatnot. So let's do that. We can go get the Kogla, that's what I meant to say. He did not do anything. Before we do that though, let's play the Ooze. And let's destroy the Shadow Spear. And then we'll play a Boreal Grazer. Do the Elder's second ability, getting us on land. And then we'll sack the Elder to go get Kogla to fight Rael. Has Ward 1. We don't care about that now. And that's going to be a really spicy turn. That's what I like. That was a good turn for us. So if he River's Rebuke, Anger of the Gods deal 3 damage to each creature. Okay. Those things die. Probably has another... Oh, he doesn't have enough red mana. Blitz of the Thunder Raptor. Yeah, you can kill that too. That's fine. Because I have the Tamiyo safekeeping. I thought he was going to kill the Kogla. But he's dead here anyway. Is he dead here? He might have a trick. No trick. Good game. That was a really good game. We have the Kami of Bamboo Groves, but we're playing Prosper. I think we need ramp. That's mulligan. I was gonna say let's ramp. Paradise Druid, Sovala. Yeah, I think we can keep this. Let's play the Turntable Yoshers tapped. Nice. We hit our land drop. Let's play the Paradise Druid. Has hexproof, so he can't bolt it. Let's Sovala maybe? Or do we... Yeah, let's Sovala. Yeah, let's do that. I was thinking to play the Ochre Jelly first. But we can play the Ochre Jelly for 4 mana essentially next turn. So it becomes a 4/4. Then we can tap Sovala for 4 mana. Or I guess we'd have to make it a 3/3 because Sovala needs a green to tap. Ooh. We can play Kogla. Let's actually play Kogla here. We don't want to waste no time. Berkey's just super annoying. Like, that was a really good play that we played Sovala because that was enough to ramp into Kogla. We have plenty of mana now. The Kogla on the board. Thorn Mammoth. I like the Thorn Mammoth, but it's going to die. Wait, no, we have Heroic Intervention. That's right. So it doesn't die. Is that game? That's game. Wow. Opponent did not know what to do. I'm surprised he didn't have more removal in his Prosper deck. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. It was a lot of fun. If I would craft this, I probably wouldn't craft this. I have a lot of the rares and mythics needed for a deck like this. I mean, it's just so rare mythic heavy. It doesn't have to be, but I think to get the best version of the deck, it has to be. I wouldn't craft this. This is a fun deck, but there's probably cheaper toolbox commanders you can play. So with that, I'm going to have a good night, and I'll see you guys in the next